So, hey y'all, this is Cornelius Jones Jr. with your Word Sunday, but on a Monday. No, it's not Monday. It's actually Sunday. Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, wherever you are, it could be a Sunday, it could be a Monday. But anyway, y'all, so I am here with your Word Sunday, and I got a nice word for you today. But I got a nice. It's a nice story. It's a nice story. But I'm just happy to be back. I'm just happy to be living today. Happy to be alive. It's a good day today. It's a real good day today. Can you say that? Can you say it's a good day today? Huh? I want to hear you. Can you say that's a good day today? Yeah, I hear you. It's a good day today. All right. So today is Easter. This is my second video for this Easter Sunday. But maybe when you watch this, it may not be Easter, but it's all good, because you don't have to watch this just on Easter. But it's a nice theme with the Easter theme, the metaphor of being of resurrection and everything. It's a nice theme with the story that I'm going to share with you, and I've been sharing this with my yoga students as well, because that's what I like to do. I like to give that whole food for thought. You know, when we get in the room, we sweat. We burn, you know, we get the booty all tight and right, you know, we get the abs sculpted and stuff, you know, and we stretch it all out, but it's still yoga. I like to get back to that whole yoga, the breath and the philosophy and those teaching messages of yoga. That's what I really love and really inspires me, and why I love teaching and everything. But that theme and the metaphor of resurrected, like I said, I was sharing this, and I don't know, but you know, if maybe you're in a space right now in your life where you realize that your light is a bit dim, right? That for some reason you have shut out your own voice. A dream may have just died, you know, or a relationship, or you know, maybe you're in that space where things are not as bright, and you can't really see like color in your own life, I would say. So there's this story, and if you are there in that place, definitely this is for you, and definitely hold this close to your heart. And if you feel you're good, still listen to it. Share this with somebody. So what I really want to say is that this story. All right, I lost my train of thought, but also the story is. There was this story about Jack and Bob. So Jack and Bob were really, really great friends, and they were very old. And Jack and Bob, they met in a hospital, and they shared a hospital room together, and that's how they became the best of friends. And basically, that's where they spent the last of their days, in this hospital as well. Because they were old. And we know, you know, when we get to that age, really old, what else is there to do? So Jack's bed was nearest the window, and Jack could see everything that happened outside. And Bob was the furthest away from the window by the door. So Bob lived vicariously through Jack, and he would always be so excited to hear what Bob saw. I mean, what Jack saw each and every day out in the street. And he would say, "Hey, Jack, what do you see today?" And Jack would just get so excited, and he'd be like, "Oh, Bob, well, you know, today I see a mother and a daughter, and mother and her daughter at the ice cream truck getting like ice cream sundaes. Hey, oh, look at it, right across the street, I see a father and a son playing catch. Oh, look over there on the other side of the street, I see two men kissing. Wow, this is a great world. I've lived for so long. We've made so many changes." And Jack would just get so excited, and Bob would get even more excited just listening to Jack, because Bob would live vicariously through Jack, although deep down inside, Bob had lost his own flame and his own light. And he wasn't able to really find that expression and that color in his life, which is why he leaned on on Jack so much. And so Jack would continue to go off, and he would see, like, you know, at night he'd be like, "Oh, I see the stars here. I see a shooting star there." And then in the morning, sometimes he'd be like, "Oh, there's an ambulance coming. Oh Lord, I hope they're not going out like us. Oh gosh." So they would all laugh together, and Bob would just have a great time. And a couple weeks later, Jack, he actually passes. And so then Bob asks if he could take the bed nearest the window. So he goes over to Jack's old bed and Jack's old spot by the window. And Bob looks out the window, but to his dismay, Bob realizes that there's nothing but a brick wall outside the window. Bob could see nothing else but a brick wall, which just happened to be the other wing of the hospital. And Bob just got really, really sad. And he just sort of sunk into himself. And then he started to go into this panic state, and he just didn't understand it. He was just so confused. And he turned to the nurse and said, "Well, nurse, I just don't get it. I mean, Jack, when he was here and when he looked, he could see everything. He explained like so much that he saw going on outside. I don't get it. There's nothing here but a brick wall." And the nurse turned to him and she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Bob, but I thought you knew that Jack was blind." Yes, Jack was blind. And then in that moment, Bob just sort of went deep within himself and realized what that moment really was for him and what that moment really was for Jack. And see, Jack couldn't visually or physically see the things that we can actually see for those of us that do have sight and for those of us that are blessed with that. But you know what? Jack didn't have that actual visual sight. But Jack had that sight metaphorically. He saw life in colors. Jack painted his life in colors. That kept Jack moving. That kept Jack surviving and living and being excited about life, his life. And so that was an inspiration for Bob. And in that moment, Bob realized that it was time for him to live for himself. And in that moment, you could see Bob started to reignite that flame for his life. So he really started to paint life and see life and express life for himself and for the last few days that he did have with us. So that's the story of Bob and Jack. And I like that story. It's a nice story. I actually heard Joel Osteen say this story when I was listening to, I think I was on Sirius XM. I heard him. I sort of didn't say it word for word, but anyway, and I was just so inspired by that story, and I just, I had to share it with you guys. And it's just something we all need to hear and need to be reminded of, So if you're in that space where, you're in that shadow of darkness and you can't see your light or you can't find your light, you can find it. You can find it. Listen to this story. Use this story. Maybe you need to listen to it over and over again. Listen to that. I challenge you to write your own story like this. Be life, create life, paint life, breathe life, live your best life, right? And if you're in a place right now where, hey, it's all good, I'm good. Things are great for me. I'm seeing life in color. I'm living in color. I'm living my dreams. That's not to say that me maybe won't wake up one day and something may be dark for you. But we can always use these tools, these stories as tools, and access these tools in the time of need, if and when we need, right? And again, if it's not really speaking to you today, which I'm probably speaking to everybody because it speaks to me. Hello, somebody. Even on times I think I don't need it, words speak to me. But share this with somebody, y'all. Share that story with someone. Share the story of Bob and Jack with someone. That's really what I have for you today. Your word on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever day you're watching this. This is Cornelius. Cornelius Jones Jr., y'all. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here, get on with the day. I'm gonna cook some brunch right now, cook some little food for me and Boogie. Boogie, he's over there. Boogie's like my audience. Boogie, that was good? That was good? Yeah, his ears sort of perked up and his little eyebrows was like that. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, so check me out on my YouTube page, Cornelius Yoga Burn, where I have all of the conversation with Cornelius videos. Please share them. I love feedback. Give me your stories. Give me the feedback. Let me know how you feel and all that stuff. All right. Let me know how you feel. I know I talked about the other week boundaries and stuff. I know sometimes people can be real rude on YouTube, but for the most part, I mean, my page is still new and fresh, so I haven't had many comments. But anyway, this is for, you know, this message is just for those people who those people, like-minded people who want to grow more in life, just spiritually, physically, mentally, you know. But Cornelius Yoga Burn, all of the conversations with Cornelius videos, also the yoga burn workouts, anything you need to get the body right and tight, and you know, the body right and tight. And when you get the body right and tight, you know, all that physical exterior outwork, it actually breaks you down so that you can get to that interior, so you can really understand what's going on inside yourself. So notice that when you're doing the yoga burn videos, notice like, how am I feeling on the physical side, physically on the external side? And oftentimes that's a reflection of what's really going on in your life, however you approach that practice, right? When you do approach that practice and things transpire, or you get those aha moments. So just pay attention to that, y'all. All right, peace. Have a great day. I will see y'all. Talk to you soon on the next video. All right, bye.